Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hello everybody, checking back in on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. Bitcoin stealing the show yet again. So in the previous video, we highlighted the equilibrium pattern that was setting up on the daily time frame. We had the inside bar break bullish, which gives a point in favor of the bulls. And we said if we break 18,150, the odds of a new all-time high are very likely. And that's where we are headed right now. And we are stealing the show, so to speak, because other names that were set up really well, Litecoin specifically, had a beautiful setup on the chart, but the inverse correlation has picked back up where people are leaving Litecoin and Ethereum to get into this Bitcoin bull run towards the all-time high. So we do have CME futures coming tomorrow night. And what we saw happen with the CBOE futures was a lot of volatility right when that, the minute when it happened. We saw a quick flush and then an all-out rocket and then a lot of volatility back and forth before the bulls came out on top. So the difference here is we are running into the CME futures. This makes me more cautious. Not saying we can't shoot up into the $20,000 range and, head up to $21,000, but I'm going to be more cautious because of the anticipation where this is the market pricing in. So think about it this way. Everybody sees that CBOE had a bullish reaction to Bitcoin. So now people are saying, oh, we got the CME coming. I'm looking for a bullish reaction. So people are getting in on the days heading into it, and that is going to take away some of the buying pressure, in my opinion. So not saying we're going to go down on the CME. I'm just saying that I'm going to be more cautious the more we run into that event. So checking in on the shorter term time frames, the 4-hour chart, having some very clear bull signals. We had a nice inside bar bull break here, and it didn't see a ton of follow through initially, but the bulls just took their time to wake up. So on the hourly time frame, let's see what that looked like. We had a clear bull break that occurred over this top of 17,899. That was an early signal. And here was the break of 18,150 right about there. And then we traded sideways for a couple hours, and then the bulls really took off. Healthy consolidation. Look at this inside bar bull break and spike of volume. And here we are forming inside bars again, and we just had a bull break on this current hour candlestick. So multiple inside bars, multiple bull breaks, and a lot of follow-through. The RSI is extremely high, but we are in blue sky breakout territory. Technically on GDAX, it's not blue sky breakout just yet. We did get up to 19,697, but this is as close to blue sky as you can possibly get in the sense that we only hit these price levels very briefly, and there is a lack of resistance in these levels very clearly, so the bulls are able to work their way through them pretty easily. So RSI, in my opinion, is the same. We would treat it as if we were in blue sky breakout. Look at this 5-minute time frame. So we've been getting really tight, and I'm currently all in on Bitcoin on this break of 19,000. Missed the earlier entry. I'm away this weekend and not really trading as actively as normal, so taking more of a longer-term hold approach for half days or full days. A little bit of a swing trade right now, but this 5-minute time frame, I was not taking profit here when I normally would if I was at my battle station day trading. We have our low. We had a double top, we formed a higher low, and just tighter, and we're about to see a bull break, but I'm a bit cautious right now because I would have anticipated that once we broke this multiple top, we had almost 4 or 5 tops at 19,480. I would have anticipated a more bullish reaction on that break right now. Not saying it can't happen, but the volume is disappearing. We're going to see a spike in volume very shortly on this 5-minute time frame, and it's either going to be a bull spike over 19.5 or it's going to be a bear spike down towards 19.3. I'm looking at a couple key support levels. 19,401 and 19,256. Those are the two important levels that stand out to me in terms of dips that we've seen on our way up. And resistance, we have a wall of resistance at 19,500. But again, just look at this 5-minute volume. It's just slowly dropping off. Bulls still have complete control as we are at the high of the move right now, but just a little leery of the fact that we don't have a bull spike heading up towards 19.5 right now. So no reason to sell at this point, but just aware that we are likely to see a spike in volume and volatility very shortly. So Litecoin, bullish reversal candlestick on the daily time frame. We're not following through. We're forming an inside bar on the daily today, and this candlestick is going to close in a couple hours. So tomorrow, support will be 280. A break of that level is bearish, and resistance is going to be 314.97. A break of that level is going to be bullish. The 4-hour time frame had a beautiful setup. So we were watching the lower high pattern. We got the clear bull break, and at this point, after 3 more candlesticks, it was a bull flag on the 4-hour time frame. And I entered a trade that ended up getting stopped out break even, but I was looking for continuation here. We had the bullish MACD cross on the 4-hour ready to go, and we got a bull break here on the 15-minute time frame this morning first thing. So look at this lower high pattern. We had a horizontal base of support down at 300. There was a big wall of support. There was something like 10, 20,000 coins, which is the biggest I've ever seen on Litecoin. But look at this descending triangle pattern. We hit the bottom, we hit a lower high, bottom again, lower high, bottom again, lower high, and there's our bull break. But unfortunately, right when that bull break occurred, we had Bitcoin break out and then steal the thunder. And then look at the dump that happened right after that. So I woke up this morning in a position with a stop under 300. And I said, oh boy, there's the break. We're going to see a significant follow-through move. We're likely to get over 322.97 and head up into the upper 320s at least. And then Bitcoin broke out and stole the show, and we saw the dump through 300. Look at the flush of stop losses triggering. So to avoid that, I put my stop loss at break even, which was at about 303, because I figured after this bull break, if we did not see follow-through and we saw a complete drop back down to our base of support, that would be a major red flag. So I stopped out break even, avoided the big selling waterfall. As soon as 300 broke, we were down at 280 in split seconds, literally not even fast enough to react, and that's because all of those market orders triggered. So we've been seeing some recovery. This 15-minute time frame is now tightening up with our low. High of the bounce is now resistance at 304.95. We have a higher low as support down at 291.01. And just tightening up consistently. Now we have a lower high where we're topping out at 302.74, and we'll see which direction breaks first by using this 15-minute time frame. We look at the hourly, and it's giving us inside bars. So again, just want to clarify some things for a member that had a question where what's the difference between equilibrium pattern, inside bars, and just regular old consolidation? So when you're on shorter term time frames, you get equilibrium patterns. You have your low, high of the bounce, higher low, lower high. You've heard me say this many times. So just an equilibrium pattern tightening up. When you zoom out to the macro version, that same equilibrium pattern is depicted with inside bars. It's just a different view of the exact same thing. It tells us higher lows and lower highs, which is what inside bars are, as the range is completely fitting in within the previous candlestick. So you have to have higher lows and lower highs to be forming inside bars. So they're related. They can definitely be occurring at the same time. It's just depending on which time frame you are looking at as to whether it's going to show up as equilibriums or inside bars. As far as consolidation, consolidation is anything that you pull back from, any kind of pullback where we are not forming inside bars nor an equilibrium pattern. So even, a bull flag is just regular consolidation. So that's the difference between those three things. And right now on Litecoin 15-minute time frame, it's an equilibrium pattern, and if you zoom out to the hourly, it is inside bars. So watching for a break of that, and in my opinion, it's going to require a Bitcoin pullback to see a bullish break on Litecoin, as we have had this inverse correlation the vast majority of today for these names, between Litecoin and Ethereum are on one side and Bitcoin's on the other. Ethereum on the daily time frame, so we have our low of the pull, or we have our all-time high, we have our low of the pullback, which was down at 618, and now we have a lower high at 735. So we're tightening up here on the daily time frame as well. Let's see what that looks like on the 4-hour chart, and we can see the high, low, lower high just tightening up. Volume is dropping off. Whenever you're looking to say, is this an equilibrium pattern, look at the volume. If it's continually dropping off and things are tightening up, then we know it is forming an equilibrium pattern. We have multiple inside bars. Actually, just one inside bar is forming right now in the 4-hour time frame, and we'll see if that closes that way. But the hourly chart is showing just a consolidation pattern while Bitcoin steals the show. So this is what happened this morning, where, actually, let's see where we're at. This morning we saw the pullback. So we had a bullish move initially, and we saw the pullback when Bitcoin started breaking out. And here's that pullback, and now we're trying to recover. But again, because Bitcoin is staying so strong, people like me are staying in Bitcoin looking for all-time highs and not trading Ethereum and Litecoin right now. So patiently waiting for breaks on this move on Bitcoin, and looks like we're going to 19.5 here. Need that volume spike on Bitcoin to be comfortable, and that could be approaching right now. And then we were going to be looking up to 19.6 and then that all-time high. So Ethereum, look at the 15-minute time frame. We're down at the low of this candlestick. Look at the Litecoin 15-minute candlestick. Different. So Ethereum right now is reacting more bearish to Bitcoin all-time high run in this very moment than Litecoin is, but the correlation has been very significantly tied between the two all day. So just to get some clear levels on Ethereum, a bull break would be 702.40, a short-term bull break, and a clear short-term bear break is 684. Those are the ranges to be watching. Hourly time frame, you can see those ranges. It's still a lower high, lower low pattern on the hourly. Litecoin on the hourly time frame is a tightening pattern, so it's a little bit more bullish. So if I had to rank the three, obviously Bitcoin is the strongest, Litecoin is number 2, and Ethereum is number 3 in terms of today's trading action. So that's where we stand heading into tonight. Congrats to the Bitcoin bulls, looking for more. And again, if we are to run up all today, all tonight, and then all tomorrow, heading into the CME, I am going to be very cautious because we are more likely to see a sell the news scenario than we were the CBOE, where we were consolidating into that CBOE. Remember here, on this daily chart, we had 2 days of consolidation into the CBOE. Now we have 2 days of bullish action into the CME. Again, it's just the counterintuitive, it's not the right word, but it's the fundamental analysis of what's going on and a bit of a contrarian outlook on things. So that's where we stand. I'll check back in tomorrow night. Maybe we'll go live. I'm hopefully going to be back by tomorrow night by the time we do go live for the CME futures. Perhaps I'll see you live then. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you soon.